Hello. So I want to tell you about what happened today. I I um I could have gotten in trouble. I thought, but I didn't get in trouble. But anyways, I was in the counselor's office today because yesterday my mom had met with a counselor and she was discussing grades with her because in English I'm in pre-AP English and I am below a 70. That's what I will say. And so I today the I was in the counselor's office because she called me down in last period because she wanted to get to know talk to me to get to know me and see who I was and face with the names. They always say, we gotta put the face with the name if you want to do business. I think they say like that. And so she was talking to me about my grades and stuff, and this is besides the thing, but she told me that there is no college that majors in magic. So I thought that was kind of stupid because she didn't even look it up before telling me. She just flat out said no, there's no college that majors in magic. When I said I wanted to. And that's besides the point, because, yeah. But, so we were sitting there talking, and another teacher walks in, and she says, she asks if she could borrow the counselor for a second, and so she says, okay, and you could tell she was kind of like, she could have just finished talking to me first, which I would have been more than happy doing, because then I wouldn't have had to be, I'll tell you, startled / embarrassed in the afterward. That made no sense if you don't know what I'm talking about, so just shut up. So, she leaves, and tells me she will be back in a little bit. And so I'm sitting there, and, I'm just sitting there, for like 2 minutes. And then I'm just looking around, and I see this picture frame on her shelf, this picture. And I guess it could have been of maybe her son or just a little kid. I don't know. So it's just sitting there on her shelf, and I stood up and I walked over to it and I was looking at it, and that was actually first I was looking at this other thing, and then I stood up and walked over to it, and I picked it up and I was looking at it, and then I wanted to see if the glass on the frame would break, so I dropped it, and it didn't break, so I picked it back up and. Okay, look. Pretend this is the shelf. This is the edge of the shelf. So, the glass didn't break, so I had the frame like this, and I was looking at it, and I tapped it, and I didn't know if it was glass for sure, so I got it, and I got the frame, and I just pulled it up like this, and I just went, boosh, right on this, and the glass shattered. The glass just shattered. Well, that is obnoxious. And anyways, the glass, the glass, I did that, and it just shattered. And I freaked out because, I just, you don't want the glass to just, what if she came back in and saw that, And so I started to kick the glass under the shelf. So I kicked it, and then I was freaking out. I was trying to sit down. Then I had the frame, and I didn't know what to do with the frame. I couldn't stick that under. So actually that's probably what I should have done, but I didn't do that. I had the frame, and the door was still open, so I chunked it as hard as I could, and I just tried to get rid of it quick, and I just chunked it, and it just slammed against the wall outside of her door, right outside, and so I just turned and I sat down real quick, and it made the loudest noise when I did that. It was just like, or that's not even that. It was, but it just made the loudest noise, and so I was sitting there, and nothing was happening. And I was just sitting there and wondering if the teacher would come, if she would notice that the frame was gone. And then a teacher comes in. Not even the counselor, just another person. I don't even know who she was. She had black hair or something, and she said, "What on earth is going on in here?" She just thinks she's Miss Big Shot. Okay? And I turned around and I just didn't know what to say. I said, "What happened?" And she said, "What is going on?" And I, I just said, "Who did that?" And then, I didn't know what to say, and she said, "Did you throw this?" And she had the frame, and I just said, "What is that?" And then the counselor comes walking up, and she said, "What's the matter?" And so I said to her, I said, she doesn't know, and we don't know what happened." And then finally they were just talking to me, and I just said, sorry, because I just said that I did it, and I just said I didn't mean to, and then she just said that it was, I'm glad because she didn't call my mom, and I just felt really stupid and embarrassed. Goodbye.